Hey guys, welcome to another episode in the playthrough of RDR2.
Evening, Arthur.
Let's quickly, I just killed a test animal in
Haven't
between.
received anything from you in a while, Mr. Morgan.
That's
Yeah, I hear you.
absolutely not true. I've been coming here very regularly. One moment. So we have meat that we will keep. We're gonna cook it ourselves. Vulture feather. I have no idea how I got a vulture feather. I don't think I even shot a vulture. But okay, whatever. Stringy meats. Let's keep that as well. Gristly mutton. The meat from either a sheep or a goat. We will keep that as well for our own stash. And then for now, I shot this one. We are gonna donate it for funds.
Beautiful. We should get top price for this.
And the carcass as well.
Good job, Mr. Morgan.
Anywho, I wanted to check exactly how skinning etc. works. So skinning an animal, also harvest any animal parts like antlers, hearts, teeth, stuff like that, claws. The carcass basically is only meat that you can, what I just did, you can donate it or sell it. But when skinning an animal, you also harvest meat by that action. So you get a couple of units of meat added to your satchel. And the main thing that I wanted to check, because there's really conflicting information online, is if you have a pelt on your horse and you exit the game and you restart it, whether it then clears, whether it disappears. Because that would mean that you would always, wherever you are, before quitting the game, drive back either to Pearson or to the trapper to lock in your, sell your pelt, to lock it in, so to say, that you don't lose it. But I found that weird because I had a bear pelt on my horse and I restarted the game and it was still on my horse. So I just tested it with a regular pronghorn pelt, and indeed it stays on your horse. And why I think that the internet says it doesn't is because the internet probably only relies on autosaving, and then it can indeed be, if the autosave was like 10 minutes ago and you shot the pelt after it, yeah, then it will not be, once you restart the game and it loads that older autosave, then you will not have the pelt anymore. But what I always do anyways, before I quit the game, I make a manual save. So yeah, you can carry over pelts from on your horseback to the next game session. Yeah, that was basically it, what I wanted to test out. There was maybe something else.
Good for you.
Yeah, there's one other thing I want to look up. RDR2, when carrying animal and select quick cook option, does pelt, claws, meat, etc. Is pelt meat, etc. harvested into satchel. Because there's also an option besides skinning that if you're carrying an animal, you have like a cook option that you quickly set up a camp and then you can cook. If you're carrying a medium-sized carcass like a rabbit or raccoon, select the cook option at the campfire. You do not harvest the pelt or other materials. Selecting cook often only results in receiving meat and you lose the potential materials from the carcass. Yeah, so you have to skin breakdown first. Using the cook option while holding a small animal usually destroys the carcass for only one piece of meat, destroying the pelts. To maximize resources, skin or break down the animal first, then cook the meat separately. You can actually, I think also, if you have like a little animal, you can break down small animal carcasses, squirrels, birds directly in your satchel under the materials tab to get feathers, claws and meat. Alright, that is probably an action, that does not happen automatically. Wow, this is again such a beautiful scene. This is just in-game. Maybe a filter applied in these like panning camera views, but still it's not much different from the real game. It just looks pretty here. This was it, looks pretty damn amazing. Yeah, so we are a little bit more up to speed with the hunting mechanics.
Sour expressions, but you're forgetting one thing. It's a good time to be alive. These are the best of times for men such as us. This is the age of science, the age of reason, the age where a man can be what he wants, irrelevant to birth or other restrictions, like intelligence. Half you fellas don't realize how lucky you are. This is a free time. I mean, sure, old Dutch has led us into a scrape, but we gonna be fine. I was telling one of those lovely ladies just now, don't cry, sugar, I told her, because they like that. Anyway, don't cry, I said. Uncle loves you, and one day, you won't be no $3 whore. You're gonna be a $5 whore or a housemaid. Them's dreams. Of course, you boys and I know that ain't never gonna happen. She'll die on her back at the hand of some monster in the back room of some no-name saloon. Sure as shit as brown. But it damn near made her day. And she's out there smiling, so cheer up. That's all I'm saying.
Alright, that was pretty weird advice. Also, when I was looking something up in between episodes, there was again that because I didn't really touch the controller, there was this panning camera, but it was actually reference handing Arthur something. So hopefully, then I reloaded an earlier save because I didn't want to miss that content. But yeah, so now hopefully it will happen again sometimes. But so I think he will hand Arthur a watch for helping him out. Or maybe that already happened, I don't remember.
Hey.
Oh, hello, Arthur.
Alright, it's not happening now anyways. We are continuing the hunt. We need to... We want to get a bison. We're going to get a bison. And for that we need improved arrows. And for arrows we need feathers. I do think the game said I don't have arrows, but I'm pretty sure I do have arrows. I just saw them in my satchel. Like even vulture arrows. I still don't know how I got those. Here we go to materials. Crafting feathers. A collection of craft. Here. I even have a collection of vulture and duck feathers. Man, how the hell, where did I get those vulture feathers? Wait, we can double check. I must have forgotten, but... God damn it! Alright, if you see... nobody's watching anyways, but... So I will tell it to myself. If I see a vulture... let's stop. Bald eagle. What's this then? Golden eagle. This? Bull elk. I don't even really know the difference between an eagle and a vulture look-wise. Here we go, Western Turkey. Ah, maybe I did shoot one of those. That I thought it was a pheasant, but it is actually a vulture. Here we can see plucked. No, here it is. None killed. So maybe I found one somewhere and then I plucked it. Western Turkey vultures are found in a variety of habitats across New Ulster and West Elizabeth. Its carnivorous diet consists of birds, amphibians and fish. They prefer freshly dead animals due to the meat being softer. The quickest way to hunt birds of this size is by using a varmint rifle. Their gamey meat can be used for food and their feathers can be used for crafting. By the way, what an epic photo that is. This one as well. I wonder whether it are photos or it is actually an in-game model. It wouldn't surprise me at all if it's an in-game model. That's just, yeah, I think it's an in-game model. If you look at their feet or their claws, whatever, they are, you see a little bit low polygons compared to real life. So I'm pretty sure this is in-game. It's just unbelievable how this game looks, seriously. But the weird thing is, I really don't remember plucking a vulture. Anywho, we have feathers, so I don't understand why the game... Here, check out this lighting. Check out his eyes reflecting the light. God damn it, what a game. We... We cannot craft here. That's super annoying. You always have to... Wow, what kind of animal was that? That was a really weird sound. Is that an opossum? Oh, who is making that sound? I have no idea. Right, it's... Ah, both of them are here. Nice. Anywho, we need improved arrows to shoot the bison. So we're gonna stand here. And again, I find it really annoying that you can only do that in certain areas, like rest here. I cannot do it here. Why not? Why not? Alright, whatever. We are going to go a bit more into the wilds. Man, what a game. What a game. It was super frustrating. The previous episode really was a torture session of only getting a squirrel and a rabbit, and it took me forever. Like 4 hours. But in the end it worked out. Are we going in the right direction? Yeah, let's assume we are. Is this also a road? What the hell is that? Where is it? Here. Unknown animal. I'm gonna track it. I always forget. If you are in...
Wait, boy.
If you are in Dead Eye and you get off the horse, you also get off the horse in super slow mode. That really is makes no sense. Or to do that, it makes sense that it works that way, because everything is in slow-mo. What animal was that? Man, but okay, so it was super frustrating, but it really forces me to really get to know the intricacies of the mechanics and also of the... I was basically 4 hours in a small area over there, but then you really start to appreciate... the plants, the variety, all the details you see much better if you are really locked in, so to say. Instead of just quickly doing a mission here and then a mission there, etc. Here. Ah, I thought that was a guy, that's a deer. Check it out, there are so many nice little scenes. Like a deer with some rabbits. Apparently you can even see an eagle capturing a small rodent, like they do in real life. Flying it high up. Shit. Is that little animal? I think it is. Yes, it's startled. It went all the way over there. Anywho, here also like an empty riverbed here. These textures, they look amazing. But you can actually see a bald eagle picking up a rodent, flying it high up and dropping it down to kill it. That is just amazing detail. It's really like almost a hunting simulator. There it goes. I think that's it, right? Yes. I think that's a badger. I think that's what we need, actually. Yes, that's what we need. Yields a pelt, claws, and string and gene meat. Used in crafting and cooking or can be sold. Use a varmint rifle for a clean kill. Alright, nice. So we know where badgers are. Badgers, by the way, are really incredible animals. They can withstand an incredible amount of torture, like from predators, like panthers or lions. They just fight them off. They get bitten. They have like, I guess, super. Here, check out how beautiful. Does it hurt? Nope. Right, I don't know why our stamina is totally empty. Alright, all these canned foods is only moderately, it's not like greatly or fully. Chocolate bar we are going to keep because I think that is part of a request mission. Alright, these drinks are only stamina and dead eye, obviously not health. Brandy, gin. Slightly restores stamina core and dead-eye core, slightly restores stamina core and moderately restores dead-eye core. Okay, that's the difference between opened or closed bottle. Guarma rum. Open Guarma rum is slightly restores, and this is moderately restores, opened and closed. Slightly damages health core, moderately restores stamina and dead-eye. Opened, slightly damaged health core, slightly restores stamina and moderately restores dead-eye core. Yeah, it's alright, whatever. So you have that whole variation between opened and closed bottles, and it's instead of moderate, either all attributes go from moderate to slightly restoration, or only one of the two attributes, like stamina and dead-eye. So we have bourbon, Guarma rum, gin, brandy, gin, Guarma rum, bourbon, and that's it. Cigarettes. It's only slightly restores dead-eye. Premium cigarettes, normal cigarettes, only difference is that the premium ones have like collectible cards, I think. Plain big game, here, this is what we need. Minty big game, minty game. Plain game bird. Slightly is still quite a bit, it's halfway almost. Here we have plain venison, oregano venison, thyme venison, plain stringy meat. Canned corned beef. Canned salmon. Canned kidney. Yeah, these are all these. So no, it's not all these canned stuff. It's not that they all do slight restoration. Some also do moderate. Then we have cheese. Salted beef, salted venison. I don't even remember. I don't think I can make salted venison. I can only make oregano, minted, and one other. I don't think salted. So maybe we found this somewhere. Slightly restores health core. Yeah, but these can't. No, that's also not true. Some of these cans do slight and moderate, others do only slight, like these. They have single use, so that is biscuits, bread chunk, crackers. Yeah, also makes sense. There's no real nutritional value there. But the other ones, like this one, so corned beef, moderate health, slight dead-eye, canned salmon, same. Canned kidney beans, moderate restores health core and stamina core. Canned peaches, slight health, moderate stamina. Baked beans, health, stamina, same. No, it's better than peaches. Cheese wedge. Health and dead-eye, salted beef, yeah, and then we get into the biscuits. Alright, so for now, let's just take some canned beans. No, but I don't need restoration of health core. I only, yeah, there's always some waste here because my health is full. So that it moderately restores health, yeah, I will not be using it if I eat this because I don't need it. But it's really hard to find a food item that only does what you need it to, like only stamina fully restoration, like in my case now, because for me health and data is already okay, but let's just take it. And then while we're at it, let's also, we also have to use stuff, otherwise it will just, what the hell? Right, I don't know what happened there. Otherwise we will, I accidentally let go of the left shoulder button or something while the binoculars was equipped. We also have to make use of items because otherwise it simply will. Here, I already ate baked beans, right? So does that mean I have more than one? Why doesn't it have an indication like over here and over here how many you have? Or maybe I ate the peaches. No, here are the peaches. Alright, let's take another one of these. Here, check out. They're normally super skittish. Hey guy. Hello. Man, I should have called it. I don't know why it was so easy going. Alright, so now the baked beans are gone. We still are not totally full stamina. While we had two, as far as I saw, two baked beans, which both moderately would restore stamina. So I would say that should be together enough to fully fill it, but I think there is still a notch done. Also, you saw the contents of the can. It really looked like peaches. It's pretty damn amazing. Ah no, there are here also kidney beans. I don't understand. Didn't I? Well, I took baked beans. Alright, so maybe the one that I took was not the baked beans. I don't remember. Maybe that was only slightly stamina core, but I think it was moderately restorational stamina core. Anywho, we found a new animal, that's good. And now we are going to rest. And we are going to craft, and we are, why didn't it allow me to craft these? Here, arrows. I have 8 arrows that I can use, and then flight feather. How many flight feather? Crafts 1 improved arrow, increased damage and speed. It says I don't have flight feathers. I looked up what flight feathers are, and that are ducks, geese, ravens, basically anything, even ducks that are not really like the most flying birds out there. I don't know why they call it flight feathers instead of just feathers, but I don't know what makes flight feathers special compared to other feathers, but they're all for flight, I guess. Anywho, here, materials, crafting feathers. Yeah, okay, maybe it are not flight feathers. Alright, so we need birds. There is a bird over there. Why do I need to study that one? We already have the vulture in our compendium, so this must be a different kind of vulture. Eastern turkey vulture. Yields feathers and gamey birds. Yeah, I really don't understand. Alright, Alright, I'm gonna look it up again. I have to look up so much stuff. RDR2, R flight feathers different than any other feathers. In Red Dead Redemption 2, flight feathers are functionally distinct from standard feathers, acting as unique specialized crafting ingredient, primarily used for crafting improved to small game arrows. They are obtained from most flying birds such as ducks, loons, eagles and vultures, whereas smaller birds or different actions may yield standard feathers. Medium to large birds capable of flight. Alright, so not the fully super small ones. Fucking hell, I thought that I was like, okay, I will not pause the game. That vulture will remain there for a long time still. Not the case. Fuck me, I wanted to take it out. Yeah, so I don't understand, because I literally have... I find it so annoying that your gun is always unequipped if you leave your horse from if you leave camp. Your rifles are unequipped. It's super annoying. But yeah, it does maybe make sense, because if you go into camp, who keeps a rifle on his back? Nobody does. Let's see if we can still do a bit more studying. Wow, why did that horse fall down? It is just chilling out. Here again, such cool detail. Also, the fact that it's a pretty big herd is pretty epic. It's a huge herd, actually. God damn it. There's a little glitch with their mains. That's because I have like an increased geometry mod. You can fix it by setting something else lower, but I prefer to keep that higher, and that glitch literally only presents itself like... Here, there was like another research option here. But that glitch, yeah, rarely presents itself, so I'm okay with it. It's only at certain distances and only with the horse mains. Don't ask me why. Here, why can't I now not zoom? I really don't understand sometimes what it picks up and what not. So that one is too far, this one is just in range. Anywho, I don't understand. I have vulture feathers in my backpack, although I have no idea how they came there. So maybe that's why it doesn't count, because I didn't get them myself. I don't know. Here, I think a bird like that, scarlet tanager songbird, is probably not a flight bird, although it can fly, but it's probably too small to, let me double check where it's 60. We We sure are. Here, this is so cool. The amount of animals here. Anywho. Oh yeah, that's what I had. I didn't have my weapon. So we are going to do that one over there. Do that one over there. Here, there's another one, right? Or is that just a... Again, pretty epic. It were bad kills, like I totally ruined the poor animal. I totally ruined the now we have flight feathers. I ruined the pelt, or I'm not even sure we get a pelt from birds. No, I don't think so. So here, a feather from a bird can be used in crafting or sold. Goose feather. A feather from a bird from a goose. Yeah, so so that is the difference. You have like regular feathers from a bird, or flight feathers, which is can be maybe from the same bird, but it's just a different feather from their thing. Oh my god, I really don't like this. I like hunting as an activity a lot. Like the strategy, being patient, etc. All pretty damn cool. But I just do not like killing animals at all. But it is what it is. One moment, I'm just taking some tea. Sorry, I'm taking it a bit slow. I'm a bit slow today, like always. Alright, so I think we only have like 3 flight feathers. We don't need that much. We only need 1 headshot on the bison. But yeah, I would think you could. Yeah, of course, it's also balanced. If you take 10 of one bird, then you basically never have to shoot a bird. So I understand that they're a bit conservative with the amounts. Here, this one. So we only have 3, 1 flight feather per bird. We're gonna craft 3. now it's going to be bison hunting. Where's Bob? There is Bob. Take it easy, Bob. Take it easy. Here we go. By the way, no. Oh, what? There's like... I don't know what that is. Yeah, that's probably one of those guys that wants to do a shooting competition.
Now I am a prisoner in the Stillwater jail I lie.
Do we want to do that now? A shooting contest?
California miner who
We can do it.
fell.
But what I wanted to know, we also, previous episode, found a snake. How do you get a perfect snake skin? How do you kill them? With a knife? Northern water snake are native to the coastal shores of Roanoke Ridge and swamplands of Lemoyne. Their carnivorous diet consists of game, frogs, salamanders and fish. A bow with small game arrows is considered to be the best weapon to wound or kill a snake of this size. Their skin can be used for crafting and their meat is edible, though considered to be stringy. So what did we do for this one? We studied it. And birds, you don't... What do you need to do for this one? Killed, collected, studied. Yeah, so not... Tracking is not possible for birds, or not really. But for the big birds, like... here's the other snake. What does it say? The diamondback rattlesnake is native to Lemoyne, New Hanover and parts of West Elizabeth. As carnivores, they prey on ground-dwelling birds, mice, rabbits and gophers. A bow with small game arrows is considered to be the best weapon to wound or kill a snake of this size. Their skin can be used for crafting and their meat can be used as a source of food. Yeah, check out that thing at their tail. That is what rattles, I guess. It's pretty funny. No, I wanted these. You do need to track these. Yes. But bigger birds, like indeed a goose or a duck, you need to track them. Killed, skinned. Alright, so for the small birds it doesn't say skin, it only says collected. But for small birds, apparently you can also break them up in your inventory into smaller pieces. I don't know. Alright, we don't want to miss content, so just in case this otherwise doesn't pop up anymore, I don't think it will. But let's see what this guy
Would you
has
be
to
interested
say.
in some friendly competition?
Sure.
I've come all the way north from Mexico to challenge a real American gunslinger. You him?
I don't have 5.
Me? A real gunslinger? Let's find out.
Okay, man. That's what I like to hear. Look, man, rules are simple, okay? Whoever shoots more of these bottles wins.
Right, which weapon? Yeah, I'm just gonna take my revolver, which is in terrible condition. Yeah, so he is already starting. Fire rate is reduced. Alright, it should be enough, right, to shoot a bottle regardless of the condition. Fully restores health, stamina. No, I only need that eye.
Draw your gun and aim when you're ready. All right.
Alright, let's
Hey, you'll need to get a little closer.
Right. I cannot get my gun anymore. I find that stuff like that annoying. Like, how do you know that you... Yeah, of course, you can expect to be in a shootout here, but... Okay, I want to just get a better gun, but then I run the risk if I go too far that he says, ah, you're leaving, okay, cancelled. So I'm not getting a better gun now. That's, yeah, just annoying. Anywho. Here we go.
Well, shoot! Ah, yes! Easy, man. Damn it all! How did you beat me, huh?
Better shot, I suppose.
That didn't make me happy at all. How about we raise the stakes, huh? Come on. Could win real big, huh? Come on. You can't win if you don't play.
Alright, give me a moment. Do I have gun? No, I don't have gun.
Well, I owe you for beating me. So, come get your win.
No, this is exactly...
Here it is, okay?
Exactly...
None of my word.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Appreciate it.
Sure. I have my eye out for you.
This is exactly what I mean. You're time locked. I wanted to say, yes, let's go again, but let's first get a better gun, because my gun is in terrible condition. And now I'm locked out of it. That is just... wow, that's a weird glitch above him. Like, those are those horse mates. What the hell is happening there? It's really weird. But anyways, yes, it is all spontaneous, etc. But I want to get as much content from the game as possible. And then there are these encounters that, especially if you don't regularly manually save, then you are just locked out of it. That is super annoying, I find. And also the time that he waited, it was literally like 10-20 seconds. I mean, give me a bit of... what is the rush? I don't understand that. I should not forget to regularly just save. So you can, if you encounter something like this, you can at least go back. By the way, you saw that bloody spot on its back, which is pretty nice. Because, this is just from the pelt, that is pretty immersive. Let's see if we can brush it off. Here, why can't I brush the horse? I was not close enough. So now, but I'm only brushing the front side, so yeah, apparently you cannot brush the rear. Ah yes, it's now cleaned. Very nice. Let's also do Bob.
Come on, girl.
Alright, so we are going to the bisons.
Yep.
Yes, we're going back. Man, my orientation is really off. We need to go over there.
Giddy up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look pretty epic.
Yep.
That card we already checked out, I'm pretty sure. And the thing with this game is, there's like a butcher in Valentine, and I was looking up on the game mechanics. And it really said like, yeah, the butcher is maybe for people who don't like hunting, which you can understand. But if you don't like hunting, and I don't like killing animals at all, but I do like the act of hunting. Then you're missing out on so much, because it is such a deep mechanic, because it really forces you to, yeah, observe the animals, and then you see so much animations, details in the animals itself. It's just pretty amazing. You really see the game differently if you really give into that you're actually here and you need to hunt, etc. Instead of only racing to do missions and see the end credits. If that makes any sense. Why does it say study if it's out of range? I don't understand. Holy shit. Here again, this is what I mean. These are the encounters that are pretty damn epic. Like there was a pronghorn charging through. And there was like a whole flock of vultures down below there. It would not surprise me. Let's check that out. If there is actually a carcass there that they were feeding on it. And that pronghorn that is really racing left to right. So I have to be careful, because sometimes they're just a bit weird. And they also charge humans. But also what I found in the previous episodes, I really didn't like it. I accidentally curb stomped a small rodent to death while I wanted to press the put away binoculars button, but I pressed it again, and then Arthur kicked on a rodent which I thought was already dead, but it was not dead, it was just sleeping at night. Little details like that, that you... Yeah, these day-night cycle and a food chain, etc. Ah, I think we found them finally. There they are, bisons. Alright, I cannot imagine that they will be... that they will be very skittish. I don't think at all. I probably should watch out a bit because they can probably attack me. Or maybe not. I don't know. Here, that one is simply chilling out. I'm really bummed out that I have to shoot them, seriously. And there we have a perfect one. No, you stay there.
Stay here, boy.
This is really what I don't like. These animals also want to live. They do nothing wrong. And here I am ending one. We do improved arrows. And we're going for a full headshots. Shit, it's a true stampede. Right, are they attacking? Poor guys. Poor guys. Well, I never knew they looked like this, bisons. Alright, apparently skinning a bison takes less time than skinning a small deer. Alright, there we go. I am gonna mark it off of our list. 1 second. Where is the bison? Here is the bison. We need a badger, a boar, goats we did. Yeah, we need so much. We need a cow, we need snakeskin. We also still need a wolf pelt. We need a moose. A ram, a cougar, an ox. No, we just need a lot still. We need in total 6 boar. Fuck my life. We really need a lot.
All right, girl.
I don't know who's running. I hear a horse running. Alright, I really don't want to think too much about it. Killing these animals. Because again, it's really not me. I mean, if it is really for,
New regions to explore. So I took up my position by the keyhole in the door. The keyhole in the door. The keyhole in the door.
if it is really for life or death, okay, I can imagine. But in modern day life, why can't I see what it is? Why won't you tell me, game? It's also weird. Anywho. I think it's a fox. By the way, we are gonna save the game to look in that belt. But in modern day life, and I'm not an activist whatsoever, it's just my personal feeling. I really like meat, but I just thought one day, let's see how hard it is to not eat meat. And in modern day life, there really truly are so many alternatives which are really, like even vegan cheese fondue. Also certain vegan meats, and if you do mushrooms and you make pastas, etc., then it is so easy to not eat meat that I'm really like, why support all that? I don't want to call it torture, but the meat industry is really gruesome. And those animals all want to live, they all have death fears. If we don't need to do that, and I understand nature is super harsh itself, incredibly harsh. No animal, or very few, is that a muscus rat? Yes. But it's a bad one. We need I wonder whether that are solitary animals. Man, there are a lot of goose. Here again, so believable how they fly away. And also how many there are, just amazing. But what I wanted to say, Eurasian tree sparrow, is that these animals, it's just a terrible life. Maybe not in the true open farms, etc. But how many are there really? Most meat just comes from a factory where animals have like this hellish time on Earth. They get mechanically put onto this earth via artificial insemination, and then their torture ride starts from day one till a day that is like 10% of what their normal life would be. That's short, and then they are killed off. And yes, they are killed off hopefully in quite a humane way, like a quick painless death. But don't forget about what happens in Islam with halal torturing. slaughtering. That is just crazy, agonizing torture. And what I was saying, yes, nature is also very, very rough. There are very few animals that just die of happy old age in a bed, like all sunshine and roses. No, it's terrible cruel. There's a food chain, they are eaten alive. It's terrible. Or they get some illness. They don't have, obviously, unless it's a pet, but they can go to the vet, but they don't have any recourse to treatments. They just die off. That is terrible, nature. It's extremely harsh. Here, there's another muskrat. So there are a lot. We do need a muskrat, I think. 1 second. Or maybe not. Yes, we do. We need one. But then again, that is all true. But that is not a reason. Two wrongs doesn't make a right. So if you have the option not to participate in I don't know how many animals a person basically eats during the course of their life. If you have the option not to do that, then why not? If the alternatives are easy. So that is a little bit of rambling, but my take on meat. And that's also why I don't really like hunting in the game, although, again, the activity is super cool, but just, I don't want to get desensitized from it. That in real life I'm also like, yeah, because I understand the counter arguments. Like, that's nature, that's the law of the land, kill or be killed, etc. But yeah, I don't want to go that route. God damn it, there are a lot of muskrats. But not in the quality that we need them. By the way, this is such a beautiful environment as well. Again, or also, whatever, I don't know what I want to say. Nice, there it is. Alright, how are we going to kill it? I think with the varmint. Why do I always press the wrong buttons? Here, check it out. A badger. You don't... They're so cute. Why... Yeah, although indeed nature is also super harsh, but... I don't know. And nature is also so unreasonable, because there are animals like these. They only eat like a bit of plants, and that's what they do. And then there are stronger animals who eat the weaker ones. It's just also not fair, that whole chain. Like, if it would be fair, a stronger animal like this one should kill an equally strong animal. Oh yeah, I'm rambling, but it's just, it's pretty fucked up, that whole food chain, if you ask me. Here, like these, yeah, although foxes, I find them endearing. I've never seen one in real life, but it's one of my favorite animals. But they also are, I think, omnivorous. Here, yeah, they also eat squirrels and rabbits. So they are all also killers. Alright, is this a muskrat? Yes. The American muskrat's main habitat is along the rivers and shores of New Ulster, West Elizabeth, Lemoyne and New Hanover. That's a lot of places. As omnivores, their diet consists of aquatic vegetation, small fish and amphibians. The varmint rifle is the most effective way to hunt these rodents. Muskrat skin and scent glands can be used for crafting, and their stringy meat can be used for cooking. Alright, so we have to also track it. So we are... Wow, I don't know what's happening over there with the water. And I also don't know why my muskrat is now... Oh my god. I screwed it up, didn't I? Where is that 3-star one? There was a 3-star one here. I only see a 2-star one. Fuck my life. There we go. So we now are tracking it, which is good. Oh my god. Oh my god! Are the horses out of range? Please say be no. Nice. I don't think they are. At least. I hear horses. No, 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 no. This is what I mean. It's all so tiresome. It is so tiresome. Why would... I'm just getting a gun. Why is that trail now gone? Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm so frustrated.
Stay,
It can
girl.
be. It is such a beautiful game. The mechanics, the controls are extremely convoluted with the controller, but okay. I don't understand why they don't use a shift button, that you press a trigger, for example, or a shoulder button, and that changes the function of all the other keys. Then you have so many more options, but apparently that is too hard for the general public to comprehend, probably. So it is all, yeah, a lot of button presses. Probably on the keyboard it's easier, but I really never play with keyboard and mouse. But so the controls are convoluted, but the game is amazing, but it can be so frustrating as well. So janky, like why would that now? Yes, I understand trails are temporarily, but I still had some time on that trail, and if you lose your tracking trail, normally the scent trail is still there for a while. Not here. If you go into your saddlebag, it resets. Good luck. Oh my god! Extremely annoying. Those. Oh my fucking god. don't need another squirrel, I'm pretty sure. Here, there's a muskrat over there. There he is, nice. Alright, so I pressed tracking. I don't see anything highlighted. Normally you see there. Why is that? Alright, sometimes they're super docile. Ah, okay, you do see the track, but it's from the other side, apparently. Alright, what I also learned from the previous episode testing, if you have the correct weapon... Wow, is that a badger? Because we also need a badger, actually. Yeah, it's a badger, but not a good quality. But good to know that there are badgers here. So we are... What I learned, pretty sure... You don't really need to shoot any specific part of their body. Of course, head is the cleanest, but you can still get a... now I must be sure that I'm shooting the correct one. I think you don't need to necessarily shoot the head and still get the perfect pelt. Here we go. Do we need to skin it? I think we do. Poor bugger. Poor bugger. Oh, I actually should have tested this out. Put it in my... I think... maybe not. I don't want to let it go to waste. Poor bugger. Where is the other horse? It's out of range probably. It's all the way to the left. Yeah, and probably this one we can only put on this horse because you need a saddle to hang it on. Like so. Yeah, so if there are badgers here, let's also go for a badger. And I am going to... What were the other... Yeah, the bison. We should... Yeah, I'm not gonna do that again. What I now did was I already checkmarked the bison. I should not do that because stuff can still happen. Like losing the pelt for whatever weird reason. And then I have it in my list already as checkmarked. Anywho, we still have, how much time do I have? Yeah, we still have a bit of time. So let's see. About the badger. another muskrat. It really is so weird that a game like this, that it's a game. It really evokes emotions, and it truly is escapism, this one. It is, here, there is a Badger. Our Badger solitary. They look so cute. The American Badger can be found across the more arid climates of America. What is arid? Is that humid? Arid meaning having little or no rain, too dry or barren to support vegetation. Right, it's the opposite of humid. Arid etymology. Be dry or parched, from arera in Latin. French aride, Latin aridus, mid-17th century. Be dry or parched, arid. Interesting. Anywho, it didn't. Oh. It didn't say anything about how to kill it, right? Or no, I didn't read it fully yet. It is a fossorial carnivore preying on squirrels, moles, prairie dogs, and voles. Using a varmint rifle while hunting should result in a clean kill. Badger claws and pelts can be used for crafting, and badger meat can be eaten. God damn it, all these terms that I never heard of. Fossorial meaning burrowing. Making holes or tunnels typically for use as a dwelling. Alright, so and again, I'm just too curious for that. So we do fossorial etymology. Fodere, to dig. Fossor, digger. Fossorius, fossorial. Voles. That are birds, right? Small birds, maybe? No. Vole meaning a small, typically burrowing mouse-like rodent with a rounded muzzle found in both Eurasia and North America. Alright, that's a cute little bugger, a little mouse. Anywho, varmint rifle. It doesn't say anything on whether they. Let's see how skittish they are. They're at least not as fast or as rabbits or as yeah, I don't know what the word is. It's not chaotic, the word. The word is, I mean, all over the place. If you startle a rabbit, they start to sprint in circles, etc. So you could call that, man, the word is on the tip of my tongue. opossum. The term is... I don't know. What's that over there? I think the term is frantic. When they... Here, it's another opossum, and what do we have there? So these opossums, a fox, there was another animal there. I don't know. I do know that again, this whole wildlife, it just feels alive. I really missed this part of the game. The first time I played it, I do think I upgraded the satchel. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't remember being this deep into the yeah, this relaxed as well, not a feeling like I have to do a mission or anything, just really taking it in and slow and admiring each and every little setting. Alright, we also need a cow, by the way, so are we gonna steal a cow? I don't mind doing that, but we'll do that from another farm up on a hill near Horseshoe Overlook camp, because there the guy is an extreme asshole. So I really don't mind stealing one of his cows. He was extremely hostile. This is the only problem I still have. There are deer everywhere, but often you're looking here. What the hell is this? Bye. Right, is it asleep? No, it's dead. Poor bugger. Oh no, it's not. Here, this is so cool. But why do we get the option to skin it if it's not dead? This is what I mean. This is so cool. These animals having a true day-night cycle. They're actually sleeping. Man, this game is amazing. Stuff like that you will not notice if you just race through everything. What the hell is that? Is that also a big animal sleeping? I mean, how late is it? It's the middle of the night indeed. A sheep. Here, and again. Maybe this is their actual defense mechanism. Just freezing in place.
You can't turn
Maybe
me
it's
in.
not sleeping.
This ain't just.
Just? You robbed and murdered your way across half the country.
It's all lies. I ain't never been more than 5 miles from home.
Or maybe they just faint. Some animals just faint. That's really weird. So we do opossum, faint, opossum fainting. I think they do that, yes. Yeah, they pass out. If an opossum is surprised by a predator, it will enter a catatonic state. It basically faints and is in a state of unconsciousness. How cool is that, that the game does that? Ah, that's also the reason that I found one Earlier I said I thought it was asleep when I accidentally stomped upon it. Because I thought it was dead and I didn't want to stomp it. I wanted to lower my... Here, check out the skybox. I wanted to lower my binoculars, but apparently that's the same button as stomping it. So I already found it a little bit weird, the place where it was sleeping, just like the one over there. Like, okay, I understand they need sleep, but if I were a little rodent, I probably would not be sleeping there. But that's not it. It's just they're fainting. They're in a catatonic state. That is just amazing. That detail is in the game. So that is all super cool. But wow. Oh no, we already have a raccoon. I'm pretty sure we needed one, but I had it already. So that's pretty amazing. What is less amazing is that we are having quite a hard time finding the correct animal. Here, muskrats we already have. We only needed one. I'm pretty sure. Yes. So what we would like to get is a badger or a beaver. They should be here as well, right? If we cannot find one that quickly, what I will do, we will just drive back to camp and then we're gonna steal a cow from that guy. Who is an asshole. So we want a beaver or a badger. Again, so cool. This is early morning and there is an animal just drinking. It's this stuff that really makes it amazing. It's almost like watching that, I don't know what the name was of that. That BBC guy, Atkinson or something, that nature guy, that BBC nature documentaries. BBC nature dog guy. David Attenborough. It's almost like watching one of his skits. Man, I was not aware that the game was this. Yeah, maybe it's also because it just, I think it's pretty undeniable to say that it looks better on PC than on the PS4 back in the day. Way sharper, further draw distance, etc. So that also helps, of course, for the immersion in a world like this. But that aside, I was not aware that it was so deep actually. the nature part of the game. There's a chicken. I never studied chickens yet, apparently. A Java chicken. But it also just really feels that, just also what GTA 4 did amazing as well. It feels like the world is moving along regardless of what the player does. This is next level absolutely next level open world crafting. This is what an open world game is. And all the other companies like Ubisoft with all their climbable towers or Far Cry, etc., they just don't get what makes an open world, why you should make an open world game. It is not just making something random open world because you can then say it's open world and basically ride the coattails of the reputation that games like GTA laid, the foundations. It really is about, you only need to make a game open world if you can make, if it adds something. So make a really immersive open world. Otherwise, you can just as well, it's funner to just have a story-driven game with more focus. There is no right or wrong there. One is just different than the other. They both have a place in the gaming landscape. But too many games just made an open world, not understanding what truly makes it interesting. And then it becomes super boring, like a lot of the repetitive questions, Assassin's Creed, etc. Nobody does it better than Rockstar. That is just a fact of life. I do have to say that it's a little bit annoying trying to find a badger or a beaver. So maybe I'm gonna call it quits and we are just going to go to get a cow. Again, they're mostly deer. And what are those birds? Pheasants, turkeys. But it's really cool that early in the morning the animals come out to drink. Which makes a lot of sense. Alright, bit bummed out that we didn't find a perfect beaver or badger. But for the rest, goddammit. How nice does it look? Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna get that toad as well. How do we kill toads? Just for the compendium. Not necessarily for crafting. Poor toads, but it is what it is. We are completionists. Western toads are native to the Lemoyne wetlands as carnivores. They prey on large bees, beetles, ants, crayfish and arachnids. A bow with small game arrows is considered to be the best weapon to hunt toads with, as it does minimal damage to the carcass. Their legs are a great source of food. Alright, yeah, we only need to kill one, I think. Also, what I'm curious about, some people said, I'm totally pressing the wrong buttons. Like, they called an area the Big Valley. What is the Big Valley? Heartlands, New Hanover. Where are we? Ah, over there. Alright, again. Here it is, to the left. Big Valley, I think. Alright, we will figure that out later on. We are going to equip. Nice, we have it with small game. And we are going to hopefully, I don't think toads are that skittish. There it is. Gonna make sure we're shooting the right one. Yes. Sorry, toads. It is what it is. We are gonna, man, check out the detail on that. Oh, wrong button again. On that bugger. It really is amazing. Right, I think this one may go immediately into the satchel, and now the question is, can we do something with it in the satchel? Here it goes. Perfect toad carcass. The body of a toad in perfect condition can be sold. Yeah, we can break it down actually. So let's break it down. Are there more that we can break down? Nope. Alright, let's see what that does. Right, so now we have scent glands. The scent glands from a beaver, muskrat or skunk can be used in crafting. Right. Bison horn, red pelts, quartz, animal fat, bear claw, elk antler. Alright, so now I don't see really, here is the item. Reptile meat, the meat from a reptile or amphibian to be used in cooking. Alright, so I guess that's the only thing that we got from it. That's not a lot. But okay, at least it's 100% in the compendium. And now I'm secretly still hoping for a beaver popping up somewhere, but or a badger. But at least let's slowly make our way back to the horse. So, yeah, fuck me. I think our horse is out of range. At least our saddled horse. So now our temporary horse will come. Will our saddled horse? No, our saddled horse is not. It's too far away. Hey Bob, how are you doing? Let's get the other horse as well.
Yep.
Moo is the other horse. That's the name of a cow, just for fun, or not the name of a cow, the name of the sound that a cow makes. And there it's coming, perfectly fine. Alright, so yeah, we are going to get back to camp.
Yep.
We are going to
Yep. Yeah.
deliver our items and cross them off our list. And maybe along the way we will look for a beaver or a badger, although I really doubt we will find one. What the hell was that? Was that... How do you call them? Yeah. Scarecrow. God damn it. Where is the horse? Here. Then we are gonna wait till it's nighttime and we are going to steal a horse, a cow. I don't know if there are wild cows in this game. I'm sure there will be, there can be. But we are going to, just out of spite, take one from a farmer who is incredibly hostile. Also really cool that those birds, they fly in a V formation like in real life. Right, I'm just gonna see what these scent trails are. Man, if you approach this game indeed not as a shooter, you don't need to shoot everything, then it is really amazing. I do find it a bit weird that each horse, what the hell, he's pretty quick, but each horse with a different color is a different study. Like, oh, this is a pretty big horse, by the way. This is Shire, but I think we already studied the Shire, but this is the coat. So each different coat is a different study, which I do find a little bit, seems like content padding almost. Like the same what Gran Turismo does with the Nissan GTRs. They have so many different versions and they all count them also as a separate car. But basically the same car with maybe a different spoiler or something. And that then times 10.
Yep. Yeah.
For all rabbits, right? Yes. You do see some animals being super common, like deer and pronghorn. I should have gone to the right, I think, by the way. Okay, maybe still make it good. Or maybe not. Maybe left. But bucks and pronghorn are super common. But that doesn't mean that there isn't a big variety of other animals as well. They're just not as common. Now, rabbits, bucks, and pronghorn are the ones I've seen the most.
Come on. Yep.
Alright, we are gonna put some stuff on our list. We still have the little whatever it is, American muskrat. We also have, I think, another hide. No, I don't think. Apparently not. That was the one that the test hides that we gave at the start of the episodes. The perfect pronghorn that we don't really need. But I wanted to see if it would stay after restarting the game. Here we go. So we are gonna donate these bear claws and stuff. I have no idea whether the trapper can maybe use those ingredients. I don't know. So I will leave them in it for now. But we have a perfect red pelt, also not needed for Pearson. So I will save it for the trapper. Meat, herbtail meat. I will just donate.
Well, I'll take what I can get.
Duck feathers can also be used in crafting, but not needed here. I will use it for the trapper. A cougar fang. Yeah, I don't know if it says it can be used for crafting or sold. Whether that is then only crafting in general, like also at the trapper, for example, or only for this vendor, so to say. Because here, cougar fang would not surprise me if you could use that in crafting as well, but it doesn't say so here. Okay, I don't know if I make any sense, but I do think it means crafting in general, because this duck feather, I don't think there's anything to craft at Pearson that requires a duck feather. And it still says it can be used in crafting, so that is probably at the trapper. So that means if it doesn't say that it can be used for crafting, yeah, we really don't need it, so... Yeah.
Good job, Arthur.
I'm just gonna sell it. Bison horn can be sold.
Well done, Mr. Morgan.
Prime beef joint, goose feather, bird meat, perfect muskrat carcass.
All right, let's see what we got.
So we also, with that, gave the perfect muskrat pelt. So I'm checking that one off the list. Perfect bison pelt. There we go.
Looking forward to seeing what you can turn that into.
Bison, where is it? Over there. That was already off the list. Yeah, that's basically it. So it's not even that much. The scent glands from a beaver, muskrat, or skunk can be used in crafting. All right. Yeah, there's not that much to donate actually.
Many thanks, Mr. Morgan.
But let's see if we can
If you're
already...
struggling for space in your satchel, just bring me the right materials and I'll work something up for you.
We can already craft a new satchel. So we had a perfect deer, perfect bison, perfect raccoon. So that's the provisions satchel. So you have ingredients.
Remember, you won't find
kits,
something like this anywhere else.
tonics, provisions. I don't know what provisions actually are. But there we go.
That'll do me nicely.
Nice.
Thanks, Pearson.
Let's see if we can also upgrade something here already. I don't think so. Nope. But we are going to go and get a...
Hello, Mr. Morgan.
Are you well?
Very good.
Pearson.
We are
Hello, Arthur.
going to go for...
Help me. Speak to them for me.
You okay?
Hey there.
Alright, I'm just curious. I know that this one does, I think, if you eat it, it fortifies health and maybe also even...
Oh, hi, Abigail.
Uncle?
now it didn't fortify the course. Don't know how that works. Maybe if you eat it too much, then
Oh,
it
good
doesn't
sir.
work for a while. But let's see. RDR2 stew. What does it do? Fully refills all player cores and provides a gold
What are
health
you doing there,
core.
Arthur?
If the chicken coop is upgraded, we did that. I noticed that the game removes my golden bonuses, both Arthur and Horse, when I reload. So I intentionally saved before eating stew. And then as I expected I had to reload, I get the message the stew is being prepared. I just don't get it. It was done when I saved. What's even the point of it if the game won't let me use it? Camp stew can only be eaten once every 24 in-game hours and can only be eaten after it's prepared. Thus you have a little time in the morning to eat leftovers from the day before, or not again until fresh stew is prepared for the day. Camp stew provides great core values, especially if you upgraded the coop, which we did. But then why don't I get a fortified health core now? So we do RDR2, coop, stew, didn't
I feel wonderful.
fortify health. Oh my god, man, why am I always making typos? It's usually caused by a few specific, often overlooked mechanics than a permanent glitch. Here are the main reasons. You must upgrade the camp. The standard base level stew pot only refills your cores. To get fortified health, you must upgrade the chuck wagon to at least the ingredients survey or chicken coop levels. Yeah, we did that, I think. The stew requires high quality meat. If the supply level is low or you haven't donated decent carcasses recently, the stew will be thin. To get gold cores consistently, Pearson needs better ingredients, such as big game meat. Alright, so you really need to know about that. Cooldown timer 24 hours. Still soup. If the pot has been sitting for too long without being replenished, it may lose its potency. In later chapters, the camp dynamics change and the standard daily perks may become unavailable. Alright, so we need to donate high quality meats, like, what's high quality meat? Venison, big game. Alright, but then I'm also curious, what does coffee do? RDR2, what does coffee do? It restores and fortifies your stamina core. It's a quick, free way to boost energy levels, acting as a nutritional energy dense provision that keeps Arthur energized. Alright, let's see if it also can refuse to do it. Coffee didn't. So we do Camp coffee didn't fortify stamina. I never realized that your stamina can be fortified when you sleep at camp. Me neither. I was not aware. Alright, I didn't get an AI response of coffee not working to fortify stamina, so let's see. From that I take it always fortifies stamina. As opposed to the stew, which needs high quality meat. Alright, let's see. No! Why is it not being fortified? What the hell? Oh, I don't know, maybe... No, I can say maybe I took it less than 24 hours ago, but I'm pretty sure I didn't. Alright, so then let's look it up. Why isn't there no answer here? Refill horse course.
Everything okay there, Mr. Morgan?
Alright, I saw like a guy on the forum saying the game is really irritating to play, but that is exactly... I understand, but that's the audience...
Talk to them. To Dutch.
That this game is not created for. It's a really deliberate, indeed slow game, but if you go with that flow, there's no other game like it. It's just amazing, and it's very deliberate and purposeful in its conviction to just be realistic. And that is really what makes this game shine, I would say. Yes, it can be frustrating, like I had with the hunting for the rabbits and squirrel in the previous episode. So it's certainly not without its flaws.
Yep.
But goddamn it, is this game amazing. If you just give over to it. Just go with the flow. Act like you are indeed in the Wild West. And that not around every corner is an epic or frantic Call of Duty-like shootout. Then the game literally becomes a pearl, a gem.
Yeah.
Here also here, check it out. Here, over there. The sound design of these animals, etc. It's just amazing.
Idiot.
Alright, but our next objective is a cow. And I will be playing as a good guy, but I really don't mind stealing one time from an incredibly annoying guy. I think he's up there.
Yeah.
Right, so what we're gonna do, because he is guarding his property, at least the last time I was here, he was standing with a rifle outside. I don't see it now, which could be good news. That's also super cool. It just changes everything, so it's all dynamic. So
Yeah.
otherwise, my plan was to set up camp here and wait for nighttime. Which I should probably
Easy
do
now.
anyways. Because we probably have to shoot the cow. And that will certainly alert him or his dog. He also has a dog. Which is actually a nice dog. I don't see him, which is good news. Question is, yes, no. There's a tree sparrow here. There it was. Here, Florida cracker cow, perfect one. So let's see. I think we need to shoot them with the rifle or poison arrow, but I don't have poison, I'm sure. Cow. Again, I don't really understand the order of this compendium. It seems quite random, so it's really hard to find what you're looking for. But there must be some logic to it. Man, I'm looking forward to having more time, working a bit less, and finishing my upscale of GTA 4. Although probably it has the same issue as this game. If you overload the engine with stuff, that spawn rate will decrease. But yeah, I will just check that out later. But also looking forward to replaying Grand Theft Auto 4 with a couple of mods, like also disabling object highlight, etc. It's going to be flipping amazing. Anywho. Yeah, this is, now these are indeed different birds, by the way. But Western Grey or Red Squirrel, yeah, do they need 2 entries? This is really like, so you're really like, okay, we have 178 animals or something, but yeah, there is quite some duplication. There's also a lot of unique ones, like these, they are different actually. And probably these two, yeah, they have a really different color. So you could defend it. This is a black squirrel, yeah. But it does feel a bit like padding, like Gran Turismo does with the Nissan GTR, for example. Having like 30 different models, which are minusculely differing between them, and then just count them as 30 different cars. I don't know, I must have overlooked the cow because I don't see it here. What are we missing? Yeah, it's not here. So I know it's a domesticated animal. Here it is. Studied, yes, we are at 100%, but I'm pretty sure we needed it for a for something, for a camp upgrade. A cow, yes. I don't know if it needs to be another cow than a Florida cracker cow, but the Florida cracker cow can be found at ranches and homesteads across the states. As herbivores, their diet consists of grains, hay and grasses. The large size of these mammals can mean that it takes longer to kill them when hunting. A long scope rifle or a bow with improved arrows are considered to be the best weapons to use while hunting. Their hide can be sold to traders and their prime beef is a good source of food. Yeah, what does that mean? It takes longer to kill them. So do we just need to hit them multiple times? I think I only have 2 improved arrows left. Unless we retrieved it. Yeah, we could use the rifle with... Oh, that's weird. I thought I still had like explosive rounds or something, like improved rounds.
Stay. Hold here, boy.
Poison arrow, it's locked. I don't know why. Do I... Rifle cartridges, split points. We can craft 5 of them. Why only 5? Ah, maybe I only have 5 bullets left. But do you? I also don't know how that works. Like, we have like all these recipes. I don't know if you have to. Here, so we have like for ammo we have fire bottle, split point, throwing knife, tomahawk, but then I guess you need the small game, improved arrow, fire arrow. So let's look at fire arrow and fire bottle. Do you need to open them, those books, for them to appear in the craft menu is my question. So fire arrow and fire bottle. Yeah, we have fire arrow. Weapons. Hunting. Yeah, we also have that cover sense. Something, but where is the tomahawk thingy? Here, this is also pretty cool. That's where we came from. There's camp actually. Here, there you see camp. Pretty low resolution version of camp, but it is camp. Like improved throwing knives. Alright, so now we read that one. Oh. Improved tomahawk. Alright, we had something like improved throwing knife and improved tomahawk. Does that now pop up? Improved throwing knife? Yeah, I think it may have been already there. And improved tomahawk. Homing. It may have already been there, but I didn't scroll down enough. I forgot that you could scroll down actually. Provisions. Alright, so that's also what I wanted to check out. I now have like a bigger tonics. We can make quite some tonics. We can make ammo, we can make weapons, we can make hunting are only these four. Then we have horse care. Do we also have horse stimulant? Yes. Yeah, I don't think you need to. I'm gonna read all those recipes because it are very nice. So much care put into the how the brochures basically look. Why is that ground over there so black? That is also the burned down forest. Anywho, I thought that was to the right of Horseshoe. No, then it's Lincolny. That's the burned down villages to the right. Yes, there it is. But what I wanted to say, holy shit, the higher level detail, level of detail model is not loading in. While I have some mods that really should take care of that. It's not the end of the world, but that also probably means that these... Yeah, the rocks are also not loading in high here. That really should be the case. That was the whole purpose of these mods. They should really load in the here. This is high level detail. This is extremely low level detail. Quite sure how that works, but yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that now. I am going to save the game again. Oh, wrong button, obviously. Because I really doubt maybe if we can make another improved arrow. Flight feathers, goddammit. I really doubt we can. Yeah, 2 headshots should kill a cow, right? Yeah, I'm not sure. Probably we will need to do a combination of arrow and then finish it off with the rifle. But I really want to avoid using the rifle because I'm sure that guy will come racing out. I wanted to also see, we now have an improved provisions satchel. And also, I think, tonics. What are provisions? So these are provisions, all our food, etc. So now I think they can max store like 5. I don't know what the new cap is. But it's good to know. No, but we still cannot get more oregano. So how does that work? That are ingredients. We still have to upgrade the ingredients section. for it. I am a little bit bummed out that a lot of this distant terrain apparently is super low resolution. That really was not what we wanted. This is high resolution. Trees look great. Yeah, it all looks pretty great. Except for... How far is that? Yeah, that's all the same. But then that looks great, but then if you go over there, it's already lower resolution. There as well. So it's not like that is further away or anything. If anything, it's closer by. Then that one is low resolution, very low resolution. God damn it. That is not what we signed up for. We signed up for amazing. Let's see. What is... We should be at around 40-ish. Oh no, no, no. Why is my fucking monitor always crapping out? It just starts to refresh by itself. It is... now it just stops by itself. It's not even... Oh my god. I cannot handle this. Oh my god. It's so annoying. So now I have to turn off my monitor. Then the game will by itself go into windowed 1440p mode. Alright, so I have no other choice. But it could very well be that the recording stops now. If so, I will continue in the next one. But let's hope it continues recording. Here we go.